Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's live Q&A session, where we are going to be talking about viral traffic, CTR manipulation, and anything else that is engagement related that helps your website rank, your YouTube rank, TikTok, whatever. Engagement is important for all of the platforms. We are still waiting Chris. I am assuming he has been held up in a call, so hopefully he joins us shortly. And we are also sponsored by the news guy. Randy's logo is above, and the link is below if you're interested in digital PR services. So please do check them out, but I'm sure he needs absolutely no introduction. If you're listening in, let us know where you're from, and if you have got any questions, whether it's relating to viral traffic, CTR manipulation, or anything else relating to digital marketing, we will do our best to go through them and answer them as quickly and as efficiently as we possibly can, providing that Chris does come. So I've not heard otherwise so far. Oh, shit. I know what the problem is. He is coming. But yeah, let us know who is there, any questions you've got, and Chris will be joining us in just a moment, and we'll get the questions going, or the conversation going about viral traffic, CTR manipulation, and anything else that you want to throw into the mix. But I stupidly forgot to give Chris the link to the session, which is never ideal, but senile dementia is definitely something I think is starting to kick in on my end. So my fault as usual. But yeah, he is joining though. It's a bad day when Chris is chasing me up. It's normally the other way around. Chris, where are you? Chris, where are you? But there we have it. But it is a very quiet session today. Is anyone listening? Anyone got any questions? Or even just let us know you're listening. That's always good as well. I'm just making sure that I have given Chris the right link. Yes, I absolutely have. And we only have a restream comment there to work with. Carlos, long time no see, mate. How the hell are you? That is a familiar face that I've not seen in a good few years, mate. Hope you're well. If you do have any questions, Carlos, by all means, throw them in. But if not, and you're just listening in, that is always good. But always good to see you, mate. And hopefully, you're still doing your thing and earning a few bucks from the old SEO space. Chris,
what's up, brother?
We are live. We are live. I thought you were held up in a call. It got to like 4 minutes past. I'm like, fuck it, I'll go live. And
I'm like,
I have already explained it is absolutely my fault.
I thought you passed it to me. I was willing to take it.
I was like, it is not Chrissy's fault this time. Normally, Normally it would be the other way around, but that's absolutely my fault. And Carlos is here. Not seen Carlos in a long time. It's
Good guy.
He is a good guy, man.
I hear an echo though, Craig.
What was that?
I hear an echo. Do you have 2 devices?
No. Okay. But I'm not in my usual place. I'm in the car. Wait a minute.
What kind of car?
I don't like to say that. I don't like to be seen to be gloating.
Well, I think there's 2. Yeah, I had friends growing up, and they would be like, "Oh man, F that guy." But then me, like, I had another group, and we were like, "Oh, like that's motivation." Like, damn, that guy got it. That guy's not smarter than us.
No.
Not to you. I'm just saying, like, we used to think that back and forth to it. Like, damn, if he could get it, we could definitely do it.
So, I use things like that for motivation. Other people don't. Other people are like, oh, look at that prick fucking, showing off and all that stuff.
No way.
Yeah. But I like a nice car. That's all I'm going to say, man. There's the sign is there.
I assume it's over 6,000 pounds.
Yeah. It's the one vice I have in life is a nice car, mate. A nice car. But Carlos, fire your questions in if you've got a few. And anyone else, fire your questions in. We will stop talking shit about cars. But I titled this one, Chris, viral traffic or CTR manipulation or whatever people are choosing to call it in this day and age. Obviously, viral traffic seems to be the common new name for CTR.
We came up with that, though.
Yeah. And
I don't know if they know that.
I see it getting mentioned a lot in the iGaming space now. People are selling it as a secret sauce into their overall strategy. And excellent. People are, all fighting still. It doesn't work yet. It does work, blah, 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 blah.
Meanwhile, somebody's out there just
killing it.
Collecting books.
Absolutely killing
it. Works.
Man.
No, it doesn't work, guys. You guys go over there.
Yeah, it's... So I obviously just wanted to start out the session talking a bit about that. And obviously we have spoken about it probably since some of our first sessions, actually. And then we obviously had our little competition where we used to fight over the slot for it as well, and things like that. And obviously you went on to release a course on it, and so on. And Chris, one of the most common questions I still get from people are, does micro workers and shit still work? I'm just curious to know your thoughts on that, because we spoke a lot about different things back in the day, and Holly's template on micro workers and all of that shit. You lodged a course on it. How much has CTR changed in the last few years?
A lot. To boil it down, people like simple concepts. I think it's changed massively. Only because I think Google's understanding has changed. So I think you have to be a little bit more precise in how you're sending traffic. Like if there's been IP addresses or MAC addresses that have been online before and they're hitting China, Spain, US, UK, like that's not going to count. So like the possibility of you going and using micro workers, like those have already been clocked. It's blended data. Like they already, like that whole block is out of here, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
I think the other thing I always say to people as well, I have went into micro workers and I've specifically set up a campaign saying I want American traffic or UK traffic or whatever it may be. When you set up a campaign like that, there's no one there doing it for 10 cents a click, like from a real
no
address in the UK. You don't get the clicks that you want, and that's half the problem as well, is where the guys that are prepared to do those clicks for that price are not in the locations that we necessarily want them in. And I think that's problematic now as well, because like you say, Google's evolved and location's important and things like that. So it's changed up massively. So obviously micro workers no longer works. Are you finding, again, the next common question I get, Chris, when it comes to CTR is, well, what does work? You know, you say micro workers doesn't work and this and that is less effective. So what the fuck's everyone using? Like, what can people do or use a tool or a service or anything like that? What are you finding does work that everyone can go to?
That everyone can go to?
Yeah.
Well, and that's is that not the difference? I think the ladies and gentlemen that have realized that there's dollars to be had off of it are one instance is they're creating applications or buying applications that are inside the Microsoft and iPhone store, and within those permissions they're allowing to utilize those IP addresses of natural people or real people. And I think buying into those networks is where it's what you need. So yeah, next time your kid goes and downloads an app, take a look. One of the okays is it okay if we essentially use your IP? Can we also run traffic through your phone? Yes or no? It's within there. Yeah.
Do you reckon there are apps out there that are fucking using your phone to do that?
All day long. Yes. 100 million trillion%. Yes.
I'll tell you why I asked that, actually. I was on my phone the other day. I was just scrolling about on whatever it was, TikTok and, you know, a few usual places. And the fucking thing started burning up. Now, it's a kind of newish phone. And I'm like, man, this feels really warm, like it's been abused. Like something's, you know, burning the shit out of this. And I'm like, and I couldn't figure out what it was. Like I restarted the phone, I shut down all the apps and stuff like that. But interesting that you say that.
Yeah, the actions, you know, headless actions going on in the background. I mean, we're talking about small kilobytes, like nothing, you know, like especially if you are a large company. Yeah, I don't know. What do I know? I don't know.
Man, I didn't know someone would be using my fucking phone. That's a different beast altogether, man. But
there's zero question. When you go on, like, go and get a couple kid apps, like some hot ones. Like, what are the hot ones? Not the ones for the adults, but the hot kid ones. Go and take a look, and you'll notice you'll just go and look and see when you go to download it. Like, look at the acceptances, and then actually go and read them. Some of them are even blatant right underneath. Like, do you also allow us to, the way they word it is clever, but as soon as you see it, you'll know, like, instant.
Yeah.
Like, go and get some of the kid apps that are hot right now, and I guarantee you'll see it.
I've even seen it with games and stuff, Chris. You know, Charlie will play games and then it'll go to an ad for him to watch an ad so that he can then play the next part of the game. And obviously these people are, you know, the app owners are being paid for people to watch that app or whatever, however it works. But I see that happen a lot. But, you know, if they're sneakily also doing stuff, that's pretty grim.
And then some of the biggest providers, I want you to think about this. When was the last time you want to launch think about the companies that are public facing that offer a proxy. They have a lot of other things too, infrastructure, right? But when you go and sign up, say you want to go and get residential rotating, right? When was the last time you went to go buy proxies and there was a vetting system? And think about what company does that.
Yeah, they don't care, do they?
So it depends on how big. Yeah, it depends on the network.
One thing I want to touch on, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
You said they are IP addresses that someone else has been searching for in China and all this stuff. So do you think, you know, let's say Chris Palmer's had a hold of these proxies before me, and he's been doing all these searches in, you know, China and all these other stupid places. You think they're fucking dead now? I can't use them again, even if there's a break or.
I may have misspoke there. I believe it's tied back to the MAC address or the device.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as the IP, I mean, it depends. Yeah, that used to be highly effective. Like VPN traffic was nice, especially for like, let's just say impressions or viral traffic. But there's definitely been a shift. Like that's not as effective as it once was. Like you might still get a couple that like it might still do something, but not necessarily. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the MAC address though. But if I have, let's just say 200 people and they're doing those clicks, like they're all on those devices, like yeah, they could spoof the device and they could, but most of them on, let's just say micro workers, I don't think they're going through the trouble to create devices or have multiple devices. I think it's tied back to that device. And if that device has been making searches for pizza shops in New York and now they're in Spain doing searches for online courses, we'll say, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think that traffic is not trusted.
Yeah.
Not at all.
No, it makes sense. It makes
and
sense.
it's tied to the Mac. I know that everyone says like, oh, they can't do that. That's okay. If you were in control and you were the toll booth, like it was so much, they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They own it. So,
yeah, you can't.
But again, what do I know?
Yeah. I think it's a good point of view. But Carlos here saying he's testing things like Omega Proxy with their residential IP service. What's your views? Omega Proxy.
There's lots of there's lots. See those kind of shops, like that's where you'll hit. But then once they get hot and they start selling, it's over. Because so like I would, if you I would go take a look at like Bright data. If you can make it past the vetting system, I would, if you were looking to do actually anything, I would utilize them.
So it's important
Carlos,
to get past that vetting system.
You have to be, yeah. Are you a business? Are you working for the man? Are you a business? What's your business? Yeah. That's where I would go if I was doing like traffic manipulation or something along these lines.
Yeah, you don't want someone burning out all your fucking servers and your fucking IPs and MAC addresses and all that. Fuck that.
You have to sign up. What's the traffic? What's going to be going through? Yeah, all that off the shelf. I mean, you'll see. Like if you go to Storm right now, you can go buy right now.
Yeah.
Or this Omega, like anybody, like me, Craig, like we could buy, like we could set up shop and we could have ISP. Like I could get a deal with Penteledata right now, depending on how much money I have and how long I'm willing to sign up for. Like I could start offering residential proxies right now. I don't have that type of funding, but I could, right? If me and Craig got together and we wanted to create our very own, like it's not much to be like a hosting company or, we'd have to piggyback off somebody, but you need a lot of money that I don't have. But there's like some fly-by nights that, they'll have some really good stuff, but as soon as they get popular because it's highly effective, it's over.
Yeah.
Because if it's mobile, that means it's actually reversed. They're running it through a system, which is a Mac, and it's going to get caught. If it's residential, that means they're getting it from someone else, and then who else are they selling to? So there's a couple of companies out there that are really, really good, though. And that's why I'll notice, too, a lot of the, I don't want to say smarter, but more technically advanced guys are either setting up their own, or two, you'll start noticing that there's a lot of people that are buying it outside of the United States, obviously.
Yeah. Moving on, Tommy Finnan here. We're all good, Tommy. But Tommy throws in a tool, Epic Traffic Bot.
Wow, it's been a long time.
You've got Awesome Traffic Bot, Epic Traffic Bot. You've got CTR Booster. There's been lots of different tools that you can run traffic through. Do you feel that those older tools can still be effective if you have the right proxies?
Epic was cool only because they were the first that I saw that would allow you to create and store devices.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be using that right now? No. That one specifically, no. I mean, I doubt that he still keeps that updated.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
He probably doesn't. You're probably right, but man, I mean, I know people that still use it. For
I
impressions and fuck around with it for things, but
talked to him online. I mean, like in the forum, but I don't think. Yeah, hey, I could be wrong. It's not something that I've utilized in a while.
I
I
just
got him
checked.
hot though because he had a good tool, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was hot. He was good. He and him were good guy.
I just seen. I went to his website there, and copyright's not been updated since 2022. Um, so I was going to say, come on, surely he's given it a little bit of a nudge along the way, but I'm
Well,
not sure.
he updated the system at the end of 2024. Like that was it. Like he reintroduced like the way you're logging in and signing in, protecting the serial keys. Because like you could, yeah, I
Yeah,
noticed like you could like he was giving away like 5 keys, like all these like keys. So he fixed that, but it hasn't been updated. I don't believe. So if you're not going to pay attention, I can't pay attention,
yeah.
right?
Nah, it's
I
is
don't use
there
it.
is there anything you can recommend? I know you say a lot of people are building their own stuff. Is there anything out there that you could say this one works, this one's been updated regularly, and if you use the right proxies, it's giving you something?
Um, I think the only thing off the shelf that could potentially do very, very well is something that's going to hold, yeah, like a multi login or perhaps a. I tried a bunch of them. I think Go login is pretty cool. Multi login is pretty sweet. Like, where can I automate or you could just, yeah, something along those lines. Something like that would probably be highly effective at this point.
Fair enough. And Tommy has put there, he hasn't used it for ages, but it was good for social signals at least. Um, the thing is, Tommy, I think with anything like that, everyone's going to have a slightly different opinion, and people will be using it for. I know guys that use it to drive up impressions on things, and that's their way of doing things, and it works for them. So you could potentially do it as a kind of social signal, if that still is effective. But it's whether it actually does anything. I think a lot of people do things that actually don't do anything as well. That's the problem in this space, is sometimes you can continue to do, 5 parts of your process, and 2 of them aren't doing shit anymore, but you stick with them just because things are still working to a certain
Oh,
degree. So, but I
and they've
think
got
that's why I like guys like you, Chris. You try and dig a bit deeper to see if a specific thing works, and I
that's
think
right.
that's important. And I've done a lot of CTR in the past, and we talk about different tools, different setups. Even guys who are offering it as a service, and you're just like, man, I don't know if your proxies are being abused by Chris Palmer or so and so or whatever. Who the hell's been on this network before me? Um, if I'm looking at, I don't know, plumbers, and you're out there looking at, some porn or whatever the hell you're doing your traffic to, um, you know, you're burning that up for me. And that's where I think a lot of those done for you services, or setups that people have got, can very quickly get burnt out, and become less effective. So I like to try. I've done the whole Proxidize setup, and tried to do my own thing as well. But Tommy, I think if you feel it works for social signals or running traffic to certain things or whatever, why not? Why the hell not? If you think it's still working for you. But yeah,
Yeah, we set up.
it's
I learned lessons with that. I've Yep.
it's
Can't it cannot be offered to the public.
Yeah, it's like anything in this industry. It's hard. People often say to me, Craig, this is a conversation I have with certain people like, Craig, where do you find all the big, fucking superstar clients, that pay the big money? And you're like, well,
yeah, where, Craig?
you've got to dig around and ruffle around and, schmooze up a little bit. And, maybe these guys are hanging about in the outskirts of a room. They're not necessarily the loudest ones in the room. It's the same as anything. And I think with a lot of these tools, they're heavily promoted, and they'll pay people to promote them and all that kind of stuff. But again, for me, that's a scary thing. And I understand it from the tool owners' perspective. They want to make a lot of money. And it would be like us, Tommy goes on there and says, come up with your own CTR system, I'll buy in for sure. Problem is, if we did do something like that, Tommy, I think it would be very, very quickly burnt.
I'll put you on the. I will put you on the one though. This is a relatively. I don't know what the distribution will be for this video, and we're in the middle of the video. But go over to Yandex, right, and search for. I'm not going to tell you the one, but go over to Yandex and look up. You're looking for a Google ad clicker.
Okay, I will do.
And then that. I think that's where you'll there's one or two you'll see there, but that there's somebody in there that has a suite. But they'll do custom work and they'll set up devices. if it beats the ads, because that's where all the dollars are spent to protect, in my opinion. If you could beat that, then I could beat the other products.
Yeah,
and it's not that I even care about that tool, but all right, you figured out how to beat the ads, because certain tools like Epic, like you were able to, sign up for the crypto. You're able to ding, but it worked great. Yeah. That was years back though. So it's always like, okay, what tool can beat the ads? And once it beats the ads, then it's going to be great for me. And right now, I think the only person that's out in the marketplace that's insane enough to say, hey, I beat it, is over on Yandex.
Yeah.
Out of his mind.
Yeah, these guys
are out of their minds. Some of them are out of their minds, but I've noticed there's some good, yeah. And Google's like, it's not like it was. Like, I don't know if you noticed, like the atmosphere or the ranking atmosphere is wildly changing. Like they'll push up. Like you go search right now, like all like traffic bots or like Google ad clicker or anything like that, and look what pops up. Like you're not gonna see any.
No, nothing that's credible.
Yeah, not at all.
That's why for shit like that, forums and stuff like that, I'd be, or just asking dudes who have spent a lot more time digging around, just like, dude, save me from like 5 days of torture, heading down this rabbit hole. Fucking point me in the right direction. Give me your affiliate link or whatever, and let's go. But yeah, I think that's a good nugget there.
I'm on the AI training rabbit hole, man. It's been like 2 months. Like I think it's been like driving me bananas. It took me 2 months, but I believe that. I think I got it.
I think, dude, I don't know who it was. Someone done a thing. Go away and learn AI for 90 days. Go fuck off. Go down the rabbit hole, and then come back, and you'll be a different beast. I
thought. See, I was looking at that something else, because the tools that they're promoting within is for the normal.
Yeah.
But the way it's the marketing campaign and the micro learning, genius. Yeah. I thought, I'm taking that. Like, dude, like that's a good idea. What a good pitch. Like that's a great way to learn. It makes it, genius. I was impressed. Yeah. But the tools, it's like Mid-Journey, and it's like stuff that, I don't need to give you $500 to tell me that, No. But I like how you marketed it, though.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But guys, get the questions in, keep them coming. We've still got time left to answer any questions. Doesn't have to be CTR related. We got some golden nuggets there. Go to Yandex and look for an ad clicker if it beats the ads, then you're probably onto something current, up to date, that's had some form of polishing. So yeah. But
if not, then the next thing is go over to your favorite. And two, like I'm giving you tips that anybody could do as long as you go and do it. Like there's the next thing I would go and do is I need to have all the current devices and updates. So what's cool about those like multi-login and tools like that is like I can have once I create my own devices. Well, there's certain things within that device that would tell if somebody was looking that you're real. So I the next thing I would do is go to like a Upwork or a tool, something like this, that somebody that has experience in IT.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, enough about that. I'm sorry. I don't want to bore these guys.
No, go.
No, we're good. I like questions, SEO questions.
Abdul has said, as KPIs in content is CTR engagement rate, can you give me idea in order to set milestone and achieve the best as per improvement? As KPI.
So my key performance indicator in content is click-through rate and engagement. Sir, Mr. Abdul, if the initial KPI, though, it can't be the engagement or the click-through rate. The initial KPI has to be ranking. So it needs to be visible in order to measure those other metrics that you're watching and seeing, unless it's a subdomain for an ad or something, right? So let's take a look here, right? And can you give me an idea in order to set a milestone and achievement best as per improvement? Okay. Well, if I wanted to send a CTR to a page or click through and traffic, I first need to analyze very well. Like big data makes it very simple. I need to analyze the overall website. If I was looking at the overall website, I need to know what my best average is. What's my best, what's my best average? What's my best time on site? What keyword and keyword sets are performing in that direction? Because you'll notice that there's the traffic that Google gives you. That's what they think you're about. So you'll notice that most sites will overperform in certain aspects, like keyword and keyword sets. So pick the keyword set that's going to be the best, like the highest probability of ranking quickly. And then the next thing that you're looking to do is, well, what's my best average? Once you figure out your best average and your best keyword set, make your piece of content around whatever your best keyword set is. And then if you're influencing the traffic, we want to influence towards the best average. And we want to do average because you can always go down, but you can never go up. Once you go up, Google will tank you. So, and that it's your best average based upon keyword set is the answer, sir.
Hopefully that helps you, Abdul. Much better way to think about it than just you can't. There's steps to the process, as Chris says, and rankings is going to obviously help with the engagement rate and everything else. So yeah, unless you're doing content distribution purely in social media, then different game. I know a lot of
jinx
newspapers and stuff. The journalists are measured on engagement, so their article and story, it's not measured in ranking though. It's measured on impressions and clicks from a journalist point of view. So I don't know if he's maybe looking at it from that angle. Maybe not. Then things would be slightly different. But
yeah. I mean, if you're on an authority site, like if I was writing for Hacker News, I can rank anything. Well, then I would care about engagement and traffic. Okay, that's not that's not my job.
Nah, fuck that.
I wish. Hacker, you guys, dude, you want to hire me? I don't work well with others. I'm horrible at following instructions.
Yeah. But I was just checking a domain name there. Actually, there was a belter of a domain name today that was up for auction, and I fucking missed it. I wasn't actually going to buy it because it was at $4,000 the last time I looked. But this was a beast. absolute beast of a domain name. I'm just curious to know how much it went for, but just when you're talking about a real authority website, 28 years old, man, money couldn't buy these links, man. Money couldn't buy these links. It was at $4,000, and I'm still sitting going,
Oh wow, that's a
fuck,
slam.
should I not, man?
It never
Man.
dropped.
Nah.
It never
The
dropped. It's
person's
been
got a
sitting.
reserve on it. Nah,
What's
he's
the
got it in
niche?
auction.
Is it in the
sports.
good niche for you?
Yeah, sports.
So it's something you can make off of. Oh, dude, it's $4,000. Like, dude, that's
I know,
done. Ding, ching.
man. I mean, there's always good domains kicking around. It's just, you're like, man, $4,000 for one domain name before you actually spend any time building it out and, repurposing it.
Is it already currently ranking for something or getting traffic for certain keywords?
Nah.
When was the last time it was in the fresh index?
2023. That's where you're just like,
boom. Oh, now there's the answer. So and then when it was ranking, could you see past performance? Like, what were the keywords? What was the keywords that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was money. So it's like roll. That's what it is. Off organic.
It's a bit of a gamble, but
now it's making sense.
Yeah. I looked at it, but dude, I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, you fucker, man.
Funny.
It was a really nice domain, man, but I can't even see it. Wait a minute.
If it was 9 months ago, would you have bet?
Yeah.
Yep, it's right there. That guy, he better dump that price. He probably already did. That's why it's
the guy had a buy now on it for 31 grand. But God, someone's took it, man. Someone's took it.
Somebody rolled that dice.
By the way, the guy got 31 grand for it.
Insanity.
You're fucking kidding.
They rolled for 30.
31 fucking. In fact, I can even share screen and show this. Wait a second. I can't believe that went for fucking that price. But give me 1 second. Entire screen. Just if anyone's interested, the sort of weird shit I look at. So,
what's that domain? Where's that at?
That's on Domain Lore. It's a UK-based auction. So I looked earlier on and it was at 4. But obviously you can see it was finishing at 4 p.m. in the UK. It's now 5:42, but you can obviously see everyone piles in the last hour, essentially, and it's went from 4,200 right up to fucking 31 grand.
22 to 31 though. That was a hell of a jump.
Yeah.
What did that guy lose his mind? What buyer?
Buy now. Oh, so he's went for the buy now. He's probably shit himself and when it's got to 22 and people are just it's going to be an ongoing fight at the last minute, and he's probably went, you know what, just fucking pay the buy now.
I'm just paying it.
Because you can see these two, buyer 2 and buyer 4, are the only, and there was a buyer 3 here, but buyer 2 and buyer 4 were going at it. And then he's just went in and bought it now.
And that's pounds. He didn't pay 31 grand. He paid like 40 racks for that thing.
Yeah. That was it. It was an old football team's domain name, Wycombe Wanderers. They rebranded and fucking shortened their domain. But this was 28 fucking years old, man.
Why would they? Why? There's something that we don't see. Why would they move like that?
Because they're dumb as shit. Dude, they're dumb. So Wycombe Wanderers, they went for wwfc.co.uk rather than the full domain name. But they're 28 years old, man. You're like, fucking hell. BBC, all sorts of the sports links. Oh man. But someone's taken a 31 grand punt on it, and it's not had traffic since 2023.
Now, that traffic, I mean, I think Google has memory. There's no question. if it was previously ranking for a good set of key terms and it was in the last like 9 months, there's a very high chance that once you put something up that's decent and that initial flood, when you first launch a page, Google will test you. During that test, if it does well, you're off to the races.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy, if he's willing to gamble 40, that means he's sitting on a 400.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
Abdul, is SEO becoming more platformized with Reddit, OpenAI, Claude, and soon areas to optimize in order to keep getting EEAT, keeping aside links and topical authority? So,
all these platforms are using similarity in order to rank and give out answers. So yes, platformized. I don't know about that. I think they're really all using the same exact way of deciphering through all of the pages, through the corpus of what is called the index, through information. They're all doing the same exact thing. It's based upon similarity. So I think right now in the short term, yes, your Claudes and your OpenAIs and all that stuff, but Google is wildly changing how they're doing it. And it's literally just like Perplexity and all these other dudes. It's the same sorting system. It's only a matter of time before Google does the exact same thing, but better. Because it's the same, dude, it's the same technology. It's the same thing. It's the same way of sorting through the information. It's like called like Anne or something like that. But anyway.
Anne?
Something like that. I think it's like Anne or something like that. Long story short, I can only understand things how I understand the information, but it's basically based upon similarity.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's a fair.
Who's Anne?
Yeah. Someone's going to start calling it Anne now. Someone in a few weeks, like, remember that Anne you were talking about? And I'll be like, what the fuck's Anne? But yeah, that's funny. But guys, quiet. The school holidays are still on. If you've got any questions, pile in. If not, then we can pile out. But but yeah, give us some questions for the last 10 minutes, guys. Or we can wrap up early. It's also, Chris, the English school bank holidays right now as well, so it's going to get worse for the next few weeks because obviously England's bigger than Scotland. So any UK audience that we have, they are really, the whole of England now is on holiday, which is a pain in the ass. But I think that's why it's relatively quiet. But what can you do? What can you do? I've got to keep the old consistency going. I'm actually starting to smash out a lot more videos as well.
I've been, as I mentioned, I've been very consumed. My working hours, if I have spare time, I've been trying to figure out how to train the model. I'm trying to get in there. Like I guess we could call it a formula. I've spent a lot of time understanding it and trying to get things in there. Like too much time probably. But yeah. And or for big long sentences so people will lose interest, multi-vector retrieval.
Yeah.
Based upon similarity. And people are like, what the hell? What are you talking about? No, gotta keep it. Take these guys, boil it down.
Any last minute questions for Anne? If there isn't, then
what are you doing? What are you up to today, Craig? I know it's none of my business, but if you're willing to share.
I'm not doing anything that's super exciting. One of my friends, actually, I'll tell you the story of this guy. And then we'll come back to Abdul. My friend came to Chiang Mai SEO with me about 2 years ago. He's not really an SEO guy. He owns a business and he likes SEO. He met a girl out there. He fucking didn't come back. He's now back but he goes back out to Thailand on Friday. So me, Slaughter, and a few other guys are going out for dinner with this guy. And the only time that everyone could do was 6 p.m. tonight. And I'm like, guys, I fucking do a live stream between 5 and 6 every week at that time. Fuck's sake. So yeah, I was like, I'm not missing out. So doing the live stream from the car for that reason. So because this guy's paying, that's the most important thing. He is paying. In fact, you've met this guy, Mark McShane. He came to Vegas and stuff. He's a Scottish guy. He came to Vegas. He came to a few other events and then met a chick in Thailand and fucking just stayed out there, man. And you know, he's met a nice girl and stuff like that. But he never came home.
See that?
He's just back home seeing his parents and that.
Oh, it's a younger guy?
Yeah. So
that's what I would have did. Man, if I could see me doing that. Fly to Thailand and you're like, I think I'll stay. I've even thought about these things at times. Like I'll go places, I'm like, man, this is too nice. I gotta go back. I have
to. Exactly.
Chris, little sad. Sad. Me? No. Let's see. What is he saying? Me sad, and then your dollar sign is at the end, sir. But that's okay. That's okay. High price in some videos, such as real estate, and 1,000 same service for other 500 price asking per demand. What do you mean by this? Chris, I was sad. Asking a high price in some videos, such as real estate, same service, 500 per demand. No. My pricing is always based upon deliverable. So pricing is going to vary depending upon workload. So I've taken the time to sit and break down every service. How long does it take? What's the skill involved? Like, does it take my time? Yes or no? If it takes my time, the price goes up. If it takes team's time, well, the price is its price. And then it's plus time, right? So how much time, and then who's doing the work? How much is that time worth, right? And then is there any added cost? Added cost could be, hey, if I'm running traffic, I need proxies, I need this, right? Well, that gets factored in too. So the price would vary in real estate or someone else. And the demand, as you say here, based on demand, that would be based upon the job or the deliverable. So price would definitely vary, but it's always based on deliverable. I don't sell value based. I don't just make up something. It's always deliverable based. There's a reason for it, and it's always black and white. That way there's no argument with a customer. It's clear as day. It's yes or no. It's black and white. That's how I like. It's much easier for sales too, because it's you either want it or you don't. And then if you want me, what you pay me now is based upon how fast you want this work, in my opinion. Because I think it's, if you want it all, if you need 13 grand worth of work, we can break it up over 6 months. Or do you want it by the end of the month? You want it by the end of the month? It's 13K right now.
Yeah.
You know, that's, if that's what you mean, there's the answer, I guess.
And the last one, taking my wife to Scotland next year, when is the best time to visit? Any time between probably May and September, if you want okay weather. I'm never going to say it's nice.
Wait, now in September? 1 month?
No, May and September.
Oh, May, okay.
May, June, July, August, September. You probably get those months where it's relatively decent. Other than that, it could be anything in the winter months. So, you know, it could be snow, could be sunny, could be, you know, -5. So you're taking a chance. So summer months is always best. But it's nice all year round. You just need to make sure you bring a jacket. Otherwise.
And I randomly, sorry. And I always think you're done, and then I'm sorry, Craig. And two, randomly, like you're just sitting, I don't even know where you are, but like that building in the back, it looks like a freaking castle.
It's not a castle. That's someone's house.
No, that thing to your left there. Look at that brick. That looks like a minute.
I'm opening the window. This is old school Glasgow style flats. So
flat means house. Dude, look at these buildings. Well, those ones on the right look regular, but the one on the left, just the architecture of it. It's all brick. Yeah. It's got these like steeples. It's wild.
Yeah, no, they're proper old school, this area. So Glasgow's got quite a lot of old buildings. So yeah, that's and cool. The sun's out, so it makes for a good night.
Beautiful.
But anyway, I think we can wrap it up there since it's quiet and there's no point in dragging it out.
Fair enough.
But we will be here same time next week, everyone. So make sure you join us. Do check out the news guy. The logo's above. The link is below. And also check out Chris at chrispalmer.org if you want to talk to him, consult with him, order his services, or just go find him on YouTube or something. If you want information for free, that's also available on YouTube. So do check him out over there, and we'll catch you at the same time next week.